I already did like 20 seconds of cardio to that motherfucking song. Bret Ernst in the house. What's up, my brother?
What up, baby? How you doing?
You know, trying to put the pieces together over here with
I'm
Lee
trying to
Syatt.
tweet this. What's the tweet?
Don't worry about tweets. Put the
Joey?
fucking phone away. What's going on with you, cocksucker?
I have like 3 seconds left.
No, you're all right. That's what. See, you lose when you. This fucking guy eats a little piece of mushroom, and right away he starts walking around like fucking like who turned on Jesus?
Judas.
Judas. No, you're fine. It's fine.
Frank.
You're gonna go into a natural. You're gonna go into a natural evolution. We gave you the fucking gummies hermano to tame the fucking mushroom down, and then we got the star coming at you like the big black kahuna.
Sounds good then. Then I'll be great.
Yeah. Who do you think you're dealing with? So you do the 3 triple effect. You got the mushroom menu, a little something from the hash off, from those gummies hermano,
right,
and a little piece of the star. You're not gonna eat a whole star. You just want to eat a little piece.
Oh, good.
And it all mixes in. It's like you're on the ocean, fucking floating. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're in the backup thing of oh we. Remember they would do that.
The time.
The time.
Now I know why you told me to have my will ready when I left today.
I told you.
He called me like 20 minutes before I was gonna leave. He said, "Make sure you have the will ready. Tell the wife you're not gonna talk to her till Thursday.
Give her a hug because we're going deep. We're doing the triple fucking death. How was your weekend?
It was good. It was really good. The wife was gone, so I just kind of hung around and went to Ari's show on Saturday in Brea.
You jerked off all over the house.
All over the house.
Yeah, when the wife's gone, that's what happens. You just start.
You missed her. You missed her. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I missed her a little bit, but I haven't had a weekend to myself in a while, so
they're nice too. They're nice sometimes. You do some writing.
Spend some time with Red too.
You went to the gym.
Yeah, I went to the gym every day.
Some push-ups.
Yeah.
You're beautiful. You look good.
Thanks. I'm trying.
God bless you.
It's gonna be hard tonight with all these. The munchies still get me.
Again, you gotta fucking the fucking little psilocybin mushroom, the speed from it, that natural little fucking thing. You shouldn't be hungry. Just throw a fucking coffee down and roll a joint, and you'll be back like fucking herpes.
I shouldn't be hungry. With the amount of edibles you put in me.
Stop. What hunger? There's no such thing. What's up with my brother Brent?
How you doing, man?
The fucking Disco Inferno.
No, that was a great song.
Oh, SOS Band?
Yeah.
SOS Band put out like fucking 6 jams in a row that were tremendous. And like in 84, like the greatest summer of music in New York, I went to see him at some, medium place with a lot of black people, tremendous in Harlem somewhere. Who the fuck knows? I just heard the song on the radio the other day and it killed me.
Check cashing store? Is that what you...
No, it killed me. When I heard that song on the radio, it killed me. Like it just put a hole in my heart. I hadn't heard it in a while, and it was one of those songs that, we were just bopping to. Last night we went out to dinner.
Right.
And we, Kelly Runny was there, a bunch of us were there, and Kelly Runny, we were talking about a story where her uncle used to hide his blow under her crib in those little things, so you couldn't, if the cops came in. So one night I was downstairs doing my thing, banging out fucking boulders like in Boulder. And I kept having to go upstairs and pick her up in the crib while she was sleeping. Take the Coke rocks out and put it back in. I did that all night, like every hour on the hour. It was fucking horrible. I was terrible those days. But she went out to dinner with us. It was very nice.
It was very nice. It was, thank you. And it was fun just because I had seen her. She was there when we filmed the documentary.
Yeah.
And then just to hear her tell the stories of 7 people in a basement, all like 4 guys, and then you would have girls over. And then you would have to go upstairs and take the Coke out of her crib. And she's just sitting there saying it while she's eating some chicken.
It's fucking crazy. We all lived downstairs. Me, her uncle, her 2 uncles. And
How old is she now?
She's 33 or something, 34. This all went down the summer of 84. I had lived there since 81. I knew them since grammar school. But I had, she was born... she was a baby's mama, She was born to some guy at a bar, and then the mother married the dude, and the dude died about 4 years ago. He was a good fucking dude, ex-Marine. I used to call him Rambo. Good fucking people, you know. So Kelly was here from another friend of ours, Becky, my wife, the baby, and Lee, Fucking the baby goes nuts. She just runs, dog. You got to plan her outings. I know exactly. She'll eat, get entertained, and she's got shit to do. She's got to check around the restaurant.
Yeah, my nieces are like, they just take off.
Yeah, they just take off.
They don't
so
give
you
a
gotta,
shit. Such a great age too, where you just, you do whatever you want.
It's a fucking living reality show in front of me. Every day I see her dancing before. Some Spanish videos on. She knew the words. She was dancing. She was doing the hand movements. It's pretty fucking funny to see. And my wife is knocking it out with her, so God bless the both of them. They're having a great time. They went to the zoo and took the thing. She has the zoo pass for the fucking year. So I go to the zoo on Wednesdays. They got nothing to do. They says drive to the zoo for 2 hours. Who's better than you?
Yeah.
They seen the gorillas last week.
Yeah, but it was crazy because she was sitting there and then she would come up to you and take your hand and she just paraded you around the restaurant.
Yeah, she's like, let's go. We gotta go.
There's nothing funnier than seeing Joey Diaz following a 2-year-old around a nice steakhouse.
And she grabs your finger and she's like, come. You just gotta go. That's it. You can't fight her in there because we went outside. We walked for fucking 10 minutes. It was just great. Went to Sacramento this week. I want to give some shout outs.
Oh, you were at the Punchline?
Fuck yeah. That's
a great club,
easy
isn't it?
week. Great club. Both punchlines are just designed
Oh,
perfectly.
Stardome said, "What's up?"
They don't want to hire me.
What are you talking
I
about?
want
They
to go
love
down
you.
there. I want to go down there.
They love you.
I want to go to Alabama.
Yeah, dude. I just came back.
That's the place, Birmingham. Now, how
Birmingham,
many times
yeah.
do you go down there?
That's my first time, man. I haven't been back there since the Vince Vaughn tour.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah, man. The room is like a theater the way it's set up, and it's cool. It's intimate, but it's you get about 400 something people in there. It's nice, good times, man.
Anywhere in the South is a good time. With me, though, I'm a little dirty. So after 18 minutes, they realize who they are and where they're from.
Yeah, it takes
and
a little...
they tighten up a little bit, and it's tough to work with for a few days. You start beating your fucking self up. You're like, why am I eating shit in front of these people?
And they like they're a little chatty
They're
too.
chatty.
They
and then after the show, they'll come up to you and go, that was the best set I've ever seen. And you sit there and go, what the fuck? You talk through the whole fucking thing, and you stare at me like...
Can you notice when that happens? Because I just talked about that on my podcast.
Oh, please.
It really bugged me when I was at the show this weekend. These people thought they were at a bar.
During Ari's show?
During Ari's show, and they just would not. They were switching seats. It was somebody's birthday, and they were all the way in the back. And that place is a big club, and then the club didn't do anything about it. And I just moved seats because I just couldn't pay attention. They were so loud I couldn't hear the comics.
Dude, it's people. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking, man. It's gotten progressively worse. I think since I've been doing it almost 17, 18 years now. And from when I first started to now, it seems like crowds tend to be a lot more chatty.
The clubs...
The younger people, too, man.
The clubs come and talk to you, and they're like, what do you want us to do? Well, what do I want you to do? I don't want you to take somebody and throw them the fuck out.
Or, I don't want to be
the common behavior is you're there. You're laughing. Listen, you're going to have to talk. Why do you think I don't fucking go to comedy clubs? Why do you think I didn't go to comedy clubs? Because you got to sit there like a mute for an hour and 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. Try that. You can't do that. People are going to talk. There's a difference between talking and there's a difference between not having fucking class.
Yeah. Well, there's a difference between talking and being disruptive. That
shit you see in Ari's show, that's probably because they gave away free tickets.
Oh, okay.
And they have no value involved in the fucking ticket. So they go there and jump and laugh. People who pay a hard $22, they're not going to go to get thrown out or make noise. It's really weird what you see. It's embarrassing when people are fucking trying real hard.
Well, I don't think they're giving Ari's tickets away anymore.
Well,
by the way, that was great. That was great with the fucking Stern thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the Brea Improv.
Yeah.
The Brea Improv always gives away ticket when you sell out or not, so they have an out.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
Well, we gave away 2-for-1s.
Yeah.
We were talking about Lee and I, how every time I go to a club, Saturday night, it's the first one sold out. Saturday night has had 150 on Monday. When I worked Brea, man, we got to go to couples.com and give away tickets. What are you talking about? The guy was dropping his pants on Friday night with Death Squad. They're stoners. They don't even get the fucking mint till it's Saturday. Joey Diaz is in Brea. So this fucking moron down there was dropping his pants on Monday, 2-for-1s.
Really quick, talking about stoners. When I did Weeds, I did 2 episodes of Weeds, right? I got hit up by a guy that was like, hey, man, it was 420 or something, and you want to go to D.C. and smoke? And we wanted people from, and I had like a little guest star. I played an Armenian guy that killed her husband. I don't know if you ever seen the show. You ever watch the show?
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You would. So it's not like, it was a good role, but,
What year was it?
End of season 2, beginning of season 3.
That was the best years of their lives.
That's when I was in the kitchen with the gun and the fucking
after that,
U-turn and all that shit.
After that, that show had all the potential to be one of the greatest shows of all time early on.
But the funny part was they asked me a week before they wanted me there. Like, oh, hey, man, And I'm like, dude, it's fucking short notice. I can't get a ticket.
But even if you did, you don't smoke weed.
No, I don't smoke.
So you don't know.
But you know what's crazy? I was telling my father used to smoke a shitload, man. And I used to have to pick the seeds out as a kid for him, because I had little fingers. He'd be like, take the seeds out, right? And now, I mean, that's why I was always wondering how those buds work. But I guess you have the grinder thing. That's how that works.
Listen, I take this shit apart with my fingers. That's part of the
The
whole
old
process.
school weed, that's how they used to do
Old
it.
school, I take my own two papers, I glue them together, I rip half of it. That's part of the karma. That's part of the full patois that makes you become one with the motherfucking reefer. You crack open this fucking reefer.
You're so awesome.
I can't even.
But the shit's stronger now, right?
Sure, this is the paralyzed
It's so
kids.
tightly packed you can't even pop it.
No, that had a piece of hash in there. This is Ice's hash.
What's that now?
That'll make your head pop out. And then I got this shit right here. You don't have to cut your head off. You take a hit of that, your head just pops. Then you got this shit. But it's too wet to crack up with your fingers. So I let it dry tonight. Tonight I take this home and I put it in a piece of paper and I put it in a fucking drawer. A wooden drawer. And when I get up in the morning, it's nice and dry like I like it. It just goes, "Dah." I take that hash, I crunch that hash up, I make a master mix. Like the DJ whatever in 84.
Fucking DJ Funk Master
And I
Flex.
put that motherfucker in a pipe in my balcony in the back, and I'll spark that fucking savage up. And by 7:15, I'm dropping out. Like tomorrow, I gotta go for a blood test. I'll get stoned to the gills before that fucking blood test. I'll throw that whole fucking denomination off.
Blood's gonna be green.
That's the point, guys.
But see, here's the thing, Lee. If you didn't get the seeds out right, if they smoke it, that shit would pop.
It blows up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like
It
my,
blows up.
my
It
dad-
stops lighting. I remember one time I had weed that somebody crushed the seeds and put it back on the weed to put the weight to it.
Yeah, try to fucking rip you off.
Because usually people sell you the weed with the seeds, but if there's too many seeds, you'll complain. These people took the seeds out and then rolled it back. When you rolled it, every 10 minutes, every 10 seconds, the joint would turn off. Every
Is that why it
hit a
turns off?
seed. Yeah, it turns off every 10 seconds. So
But they say it's healthier now, right? You just smoke with like the humidifiers and stuff over the paper, right?
yeah, but man, who gives a fuck? If you're
Right.
walking on ice, you might as well dance. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna smoke. You know, when you go to these doctors, that's the first thing they say. Well, do you have this? And that's great to smoke with a vape, and I encourage it. But what they do is they throw the fucking kids off. There's too much confusion.
Right,
I smoke with this. Everybody's trying to be Johnny Cool. Just roll the fucking joint and shut your fucking mouth.
right. Well, they're trying to act like it's
Yeah,
healthy. I
but you
mean,
gotta get the
you're right. Just own it. If it's
Just
not,
own
it's
it.
not
You get the
healthy.
full
You just
maximum
fucking do
effect.
it. Yeah.
They were smoking that shit with a paper when Jesus at the Last Supper. Then they smoked it at Woodstock. If it worked for them, it's gonna work for you. But everybody wants to be Johnny Cool. No, I have this device. I have this device. All right. How are you, Lee? What's going on in your world?
I can already feel it. No, but it's
You're supposed to be feeling it, Lee. It's
So what's
30
going
seconds
on?
in.
Are
You were
you,
hearing
like, singing
fucking
shit?
siren.
no, I'm not saying shit.
He
yet.
didn't eat enough.
Why don't you go take a look at Charluch Bronson and see if that fucking.
You want to eat half a star to tame you down a little bit? It's that time.
I'm cool, man.
No. You need a half a star. Like a little fucking.
He's gonna kill you, Lee.
Yeah, I'm aware.
This is a 25 milligram.
But by the time when you first started working there, you had a full head of hair and abs.
Pretty much.
He's got you on the Uncle Joey transformation diet.
Please don't.
Look at this. Look at that, Lee. That's nothing.
What do you mean that's nothing?
You can eat this in your sleep and nothing will happen.
Why do you just throw it on the
By the way, the fact that he put it in his mouth and then threw it on the table and you're gonna throw it in your
What do you
mouth
think, I
makes
just
you.
ate now before I came in here and breathed on it?
Well, you did call me and
And
told me
his
that you
dust
wanted
and
to
shit?
finger a girl's asshole and then make her sniff it and lick it. You thought that was hysterical today. How
Well,
many?
yeah.
Huh?
Eat the fucking thing. Well, you don't worry about the chick with the asshole and the finger. What are you talking about?
I don't know, man.
Why would I take a chicken's finger and make her smell a finger?
Dude,
That's
Lee's gonna
Mongolian
fucking
beef
die.
type shit.
That's why I Ubered. Yeah.
Lee, how old are you again?
26.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I was doing? Do you know how many? Do you have an idea? At 26, I was snorting a kilo, eating 22 manols. He's got it easy.
Ah, this kid
He's eating fucking 3 little stars
drinking
at
wine.
that.
His hand. It's that Suge Knight shirt he's wearing. That was brilliant. His fucking hands are shaking.
Why are your hands shaking, Lee?
I don't know. I didn't even know they were.
I'm scared to even ask. You with
Oh,
family
so
here,
awesome.
man. Like, what do you think? We're going to shoot you?
I didn't even know them. I didn't even know.
Oh, my God. Hysterical.
So what's Joe?
What's up?
What's going on, man? We
No,
gonna
just-
play some music or what?
Just trying to put the pieces together. You know,
Yeah.
every fucking Monday starts a whole new week. I'm home for 4 weeks.
That's good.
I mean, I got to go to San Diego and shit
That doesn't
like that.
count. That's like a second home.
But not for me. I don't like Thursday nights in San Diego. only go down Fridays.
Well, where are you
and
going to
Saturdays.
Madhouse? You doing a store?
The other one, American Comedy.
American
fucking
Comedy.
Center.
That place is great, man. It's a great room, but I like the store. I love the store.
You're a La Jolla guy too.
Yeah, I mean La Jolla, and then I know I've done that American Comedy Club. That's a beautiful club.
I'm gonna do La Jolla too the next time. I'm gonna
Yeah,
do La
or
Jolla
just
this
line
year.
them up.
Maybe like in September. What is it now? March? Maybe in September.
Right.
What's the matter, Lee? You're looking at the microphone.
Nothing's the matter. It's just
you're thinking about shit. You get anxiety in your own mind before it even starts. You already see yourself at the hospital with a mask on.
So he's breathing heavy.
you think.
them saying,
You think
"Oh,
I having,
Between you and him, I felt like I'm listening to a prank phone call.
Oh, forget
Like
about
fucking
it.
Darth Vader is interviewing.
I don't have anxiety. I'm just fucking high. I wasn't even thinking about anything. You always think I'm nervous. I'm just sitting here like.
When I was in the 7th grade, there was a little fat Cuban kid who wasn't all there. He was half fucking retarded mixed with everything else. Like, he's definitely in a prison.
Yeah.
His name was Orlando Salcedo. And we would shoplift bubble gum, Hubba Bubba.
Yeah.
We would go to ShopRite, right behind McKinley School, and we would shoplift bags of Hubba Bubba. And what's the other one? Not Hubba Bubba. Yeah.
Bubble Yum.
Bubble Yum and Hubba Bubba, but one got really hard. Like, one turns into like a meteor.
I think it's Bubble Yum.
After you chew like
Yeah.
20 minutes, I think it's Bubble Yum, the pink one.
Yeah.
It turns into like a fucking meteor.
There was the one. Remember they said about spider eggs were in it.
That's it.
Remember
That's
that
it. Hubba
shit?
Bubba. Hubba Bubba.
It was Hubba Bubba.
Hubba Bubba. This lady, her name was Ethel Welsh. And we had maybe 6 savages in that class. I mean, she had a kid, Charlie Gizzy, who I knew in the 7th grade was going to be a killer. And when he got out of high school, he killed him.
Well, there's always that one kid, man.
There was a little clique of this class from this neighborhood had Dougie Jimenez, who was a killer, Columbo, who ended up going to the Marines to kill people. This class proved it.
But like, there's always that one kid that's
That
like,
stuck out.
like he's
You
always
know.
outside.
Yeah, no.
That one kid with like no adult supervision.
We had a couple of them. And then the
know what I
Cuban
mean?
invasion, you had those kids that they didn't speak the language.
You know,
Mc-
that's so weird. In Miami and North
here,
Bergen.
McKinley held them till they were 17 in the 8th grade, until they could drive themselves to school. Then they would put them in high school. So these kids became little fucking savages. But there was this one kid, Orlando Salcedo, we would go up there and rob. And we had to be, lunch was at 12 and you had to come back at 1. And by 1:45, he would become like a fucking devil. And he would start making noises on his desk and he would go, wow. Just every
Was he high?
No, we were too young to get. We were getting high, but he wasn't. He would just sit back there and go, wow. Every fucking 4 minutes.
Is that why you call me and say that to me? I didn't think I say well.
You still do it?
Oh my God! How can I not do it?
Well, listen, we had this kid, right?
Oh my God!
Listen, he stole a fucking ambulance, man. Right? Because this
my
kid
God.
was out of his tree, and it's a famous story in Passaic. It was on Main Avenue in front of the Quick Check. Fucking ambulance pulls up, drivers get out. Matt jumps in, puts the sirens on, and just fucking took off, man. And he didn't even go anywhere. He was just doing laps and shit, right? And then the cops, they blocked him in, and then they beat the fuck out of that.
That's what they do.
And then they
fucking ambulance.
And then they threw him in the back of the ambulance to the fucking hospital. I actually tell that story in my act, man. I swear to God, dude, it's a famous story. Everybody talks about that. This kid was out of his fucking tree, man.
We had this kid in that class. We had 6 killers. And there was this kid in that class. His name was Michael Allegretta. Right off the boat.
From Italy or Cuba?
Italy.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he couldn't talk de parlez-vous, and he wouldn't talk. But he used to have his own noise. And he used to go, right? So Orlando would be going, and then this kid was.
But why would they making noises?
Because we would drive Ethel Welsh crazy.
Oh, like the
she was
teacher?
62. The other thing, whenever we played hockey and we hit fucking the Italian kid in the shins, he'd go, ay, 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 ay. Hysterically. You can't write this shit. So it was him, Carlos Aldivar. I mean, it was just Alberto Ali. And
Isn't
his
it crazy
brother.
after all these years you can fucking remember?
Oh my God,
everybody?
because that was such a piece of my childhood.
Yeah.
That's who you are today as a comedian. Like, I had the comedy of the Ali brothers. Here we are, 12. They were 15, him and his brother. Alberto was sharp. His younger brother was a fucking retard that had the face of a human, but he was he was a mongoloid all the way. And whatever his brother told him to do, it was Alberto and Alfredo. Because I told the Alberto story when I hit him in the head with the rock.
Is that the story you told at the coffee shop where you threw it from the other side of the
Yes,
building?
and I hit him in the head with the rock, and he kept going, ayúdame. That means help me in Spanish. He had a fucking lump with a white head in the middle. I used to hit him with light bulbs that would blow up from Duratest. But these two brothers, guys, I want you to focus on this. This is how crazy, because you try to tell people these stories and they look at you like, okay, so this guy's throwing ambulance.
But then let me ask you, do you think it's just Jersey, though? Because Jersey was a fucked up place.
This
man.
was just where you have this mixture, the time. But these kids did shit that was just the way they turned out, and they were hilarious. Our goal was to knock Miss Welsh out. So every afternoon, after 10 minutes of, wow, she would go, okay, turn your books over. Let's wait for Meet the Noise to end. And she'd sit there and she'd go, everybody make noises. Then the whole class would just start making sheep noises and shit. And she finally one day she just left. She was 60-something years old. Her and Miss Verga were the oldest teachers in North Bergen history.
Wait, she just left and never came back? You had a different teacher?
Year, she fucking came back. She got lost for a while. We had Mr. Miss. We had a couple of substitute teachers that year, and they tapped out too.
Well, it was always good though to get when you had a sub. We were
savages. That class, Richie Colombo. I seen him attack John Brown in the 7th grade, man. This is fucking hard fucking kids. I saw Mr. Gattoni.
Wait. Can you explain? John Brown is the teacher. It's not like another student.
We were talking about...
No, I know who he is, but I'm saying...
You remember he told the story that Richie Colombo came back to kill Kingwell. He went to the Marines. And he became Barone told the story of how 10 years later he goes, one day I'm at the grammar school, and I look up, and here's Richie Colombo, that fucking moron, with a Marine suit on with his fucking sniper rifle, looking for Kingwell, the 7th grade teacher. And he goes, stopped and goes, Richie, what's up? He goes, I'm here reporting for duty. I'm killing Earl Kingwell. Richie, are you fucking crazy?
But what would Kingwell do?
Kingwell was a scumbag. Kingwell was a 7th grade teacher.
Was he like touching kids or something?
No. He smacked you, and he punished you, and he punched you.
That's the other thing people don't know. Teachers used to smack the shit out of you back in the day.
This guy would pinch your ear. He would punch you in the side. He would hit you in the kidney punch. And this is what happened to him. He used to, the first day of school, the last day of school, you always go into the teacher's class you're going to be in my school system. So they tell you who's going to be your teacher. Go in there and spend an hour with him. He tells you what he expects from you, blah, 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 blah. First thing Earl Kingwell goes, all right, you have a summer assignment. So people hated him right off the bat. He was a scumbag. He flicked your ears. He didn't like me. I pulled a quick one on him. He did not like me. By the time I got there, he already had a reputation, and I had a reputation. So I let him know right off the bat, you fucking touch me one time, and my family will be here smacking the fuck out of you. Anybody who's a history buff, look it up. What was the guy before Fidel Castro?
I'll tell you right now.
Batista. Alfencio Batista had a driver.
That's the one Michael Corleone had to deal with.
His father's, Batista's bodyguard was Martin Perez. During the Batista regime, right before they threw Batista over, they used to set different cars with different people. And they would send me with you in the back because you look like Batista, but I'm really Martin Perez. And they gunned down Martin Perez. They shot Martin Perez 100 times with a machine gun.
So wait, did your family were Batista supporters?
No. Who the fuck knows? I don't.
I'm saying when they fucking came.
No, I have no idea. I'm telling you about Martin Perez. Martin
what
Perez
the fuck
got shot. Martin Perez lived, and they put him in North Bergen with his father. Martin Perez used to sit on the couch like a half a momo all day. When you go over there, he wouldn't put his shirt on. He'd be smoking a cigar, and you'd see the bullet wounds through his body. But Mr. Kingwell made a mistake one day and hit Martin Perez and threw him out of the class at 11. At 10-3, you heard, and they opened the door, and it was Martin Perez's father came out of the fucking wheelchair.
Really?
He was 6'4", and he walked in. He goes, "I'm gonna do to you what you do to my son." He beat him up in front of the class. So that ended the reign of him hitting him in front of people. He would punch people. To me, he kept breaking my balls. He wanted to see my mother. I paid this dude from the bar $50 to come down and see. Said he was my brother, and that my mother was in Miami on business. So the next time he's like, no brothers this time. I want to meet your mother. During my mother's meeting, he goes, "Last time I called for you in Miami." I was like, "What are you talking about?" I had pulled a quick one on him. My fucking mom beat me up right at the fucking school. But Earl Kingwell left me back to boot. But it wasn't my fuck. It was my fuck up. I was never mad at Earl Kingwell for letting me back. Earl Kingwell just had a heavy hand. They like to smack kids. But a couple parents got in his face and smacked him back.
People back then, we used to have corporal punishment where, the teacher would paddle you in front of the class. I used to pull my pants down. He'd smack your ass. And we had I remember one time, well, this is crazy too. I was telling my wife this the other day. When I was a kid, My mom would send me to the store for cigarettes. I get a pack of Marlboro Lights in a hard box. Fucking
and a note,
8 or 9.
and you could put it on credit.
Yeah,
Or
and they just give them to the kids.
on credit.
I'd
Yeah, they
come
would
back
do
with
it.
wine. She'd pick up the big jug, the fucking guinea wine and the cheap guinea wine.
No, all they have to do is call her.
Yeah, just say, hey,
Nicky
yeah.
down there, give him wine and whatever. He's gonna bring you $20. Give him an ice cream. Give it to him, and they would fucking.
Or they'd
do
sell
it.
you cigarettes.
Or they deliver it. I don't. You put up a good question. Was it the neighborhoods or?
I think it's
I
the
don't
time,
know.
man.
I had a very good time growing up, and I've always said that and after my mother died, yes, emotionally I had a bad time, but what was going on outside me was so much laughter that it carried me through the hard days.
Well, you know what it is, Joe, is that even when you tell stories, like, even me, like, people sometimes are like, where the fuck are you from? I mean, because some of the shit, like, my buddy stealing an ambulance. I changed my grade. I stole the teacher's grade book one time. That was fucking.
So did I.
And made like a 60 and 80. You know what I mean?
I used to sell the teacher's editions like in the second grade at PS 166, and that's why I transferred to Catholic school.
Yeah, but
You're
always trying to
smart.
out crazy
You're
the
always
next kid.
You were always streety. I was always very streety.
Mm-hmm.
My mother didn't like me to be streety, but she did. She didn't want me to be nerdish either. I started out to be nerdish, but I enjoyed the other side. I enjoyed how kids knew how to make a buck when they were 6 and 7. I like how kids would say, and they would cut you in. Like, listen, if you help us, we'll give you $1. If we get $10, and you're like, are you fucking sick? So if I help you carry this to this guy's house at 2 in the afternoon groceries, you'll give me $1 plus the tip. You love that. Either you like that or not. Either you're one of those kids that likes that or you want to go home and play Nintendo. And
fucking always trying to make money.
so even though I had money at home, I got to ask my mom for a 20. I enjoyed that. I always enjoyed.
See, I was
being
we had
independent.
no money at home.
My mom had divorced. There was always cash.
we never had
there was
cash.
numbers.
So me and Keith, like my little brother, we dress up as Boy Scouts, collect money. That was a fucking strong little scam. We used to crack the payphones on the side. I don't know if you remember, like, it's still there if you see them. They have like the key where the keyhole is. You smack that fucking thing with a hammer hard enough,
and a screwdriver.
The whole thing cracks.
Shatters.
Yeah, and then all the change comes out. We used to do that shit all the time. Fucking my little brother.
How did you figure that out?
Huh?
How did you figure that out?
People tell you.
Actually, I'll tell you exactly how I figured it out. When you check for coins,
Right.
You put your finger in there. It was just hard. Like you couldn't push in there, and then you would hear it rattle. You understand? And all the change was in there, and the box that they kept it in, that when I've seen it, it was just cracked. So I don't know if some fucking drug addict did it. And then I just figured, if you I just try to duplicate it. But then, yeah, if you can just smack it. We just used a hammer, but there's the screwdriver thing. You know what else I remember is the old school, how do you get time on the meter? I don't know if you remember, you used to do this where you would, you know the ones you put the coin in and you turn?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
You would hold it half mass and then smack it with a fucking shoe, and then the thing would just stick somehow. We used to do that shit all the time, too.
I had something. I had the
We used to sell phone dialers.
Even years ago, I had the paper clip, and I would do those when I go to Los Feliz to eat pizza, that pizza place, and they have a cup, which is selling April 1st. He sold it.
The only one I ever had was, the Coke machines that have a conveyor belt that bring it to you, like a couple years ago. If they used to make it so you could put your hand in, and if you stopped it from the Coke from coming out, it would think there was a mistake, so it would give you your money back, and then you could get another one. So you could get like a bunch for the price of one. And that's the only scam I ever did. Some people had like the masking tape on the dollar bill, and then you would just put it in and then rip it back out. But I never tried that one.
I never tried that either.
Nah, me neither.
I had the friend who got the bank money deposit with a fishing line and a hook.
Oh, wow.
The night depository, and he got it. Danny Bianculo's brother.
I know.
That was the first time he ever. And
It's not a good story.
He was about 14, and he tipped the cab driver like 200 tickets, and that's who ratted him out, the cab driver.
Really?
Yeah, they just called all the cabs that went to the airport that night, and he was one of the cabs. And they said, "You took a kid?" Yeah, I did. In fact, he tipped me 200.
Here's where we staying. Now we did a little, stupid shit. We used to have the phone dialers. I don't know if you had those, where if you put it up to a payphone, like I don't know if you remember putting change in it, and it would make that noise, that click, 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 click.
Right.
But it was a recording of that noise, so you would put it to the receiver and hit it, and then the phone would read that a coin drop. So
that was it?
Yeah, so like you would, if you hit it 4 times and you put $1 in, so you can make phone calls and shit. You sell them to like the like the immigrants and stuff would use it to call home, call overseas, or to call international, because it was like $16-17 to call long distance on a payphone. I don't know if you remember that shit.
That's what I think that the children of today lack. Like even the basic paper route.
Absolutely.
The paper route was the American
Absolutely.
way. It was something that I remember splitting a paper route. Like that's how you got a paper route. Like I wanted, even though I knew how to make money on the street doing fucked up things, selling stickers from CYO basketball. You steal the stickers and you sell them and then you steal them back and for $2. But $2 adds up when you're fucking 16 and 10 and 12. $2 times 8 is 16 fucking dollars. That was an album when I was growing up. That's an album. That's a pair of fucking Converse high tops.
Dude, listen to this. My buddy, this is the greatest scam you've ever heard for a kid. You shovel walks for cash, right? There would be like 5, whatever. They'll pitch in $5, $10. Then they would go to the flower shop and buy a big ass Christmas wreath for like $40. That's I was in the 80s. So it's like $3,000 today. Then they would go into different neighborhoods that didn't know them, and they would knock on the door with the wreath, trying to sell it, take deposits for it and shit, like for the holidays. You understand? Like, saying, oh yeah, we're selling for the church, and it's this beautiful wreath, and they're only $30. All you need is like a $10 deposit, and had the drop sheet where they write their names down, take the $10, and just go take deposits for the wreath.
You'd be surprised how many people give you the $10.
Dude, are you fucking serious? It's a $40 wreath that they're selling for $30 for the church or for the school or for whatever they came up with, and you get the $10 deposit. So they would get deposits from all the houses. Nobody gets the wreath. But then if you saw an old lady, you'd give it to the old lady. Try to make her
People's Express. That was my big one. Look at Lee's face. It's fucking red like his little fucking Daisy Duke shirt. What's the guy's name?
It's Suge Knight shirt.
Suge Knight shirt. He looks like Suge Knight today. He really does.
Do you guys ever get
Suge Knight?
Pretty much. Suge Knight. Do you guys ever get the people in like SUVs? They'll come up to you and they'll be like, I have
speakers.
Yeah,
I sold those acoustic.
Oh my god! And they always like, oh, it's not on. And they always have a piece of paper.
Drop
and they go,
sheet.
It's not on. It's not on my order form.
Dude,
I can give it to you for $90.
Listen to me, man.
I don't know who falls for
Listen
that.
to me. A lot of people. College
really?
students. When I lived in Tallahassee.
And they put bricks on them or something?
No. They're speakers. They're just shitty speakers, but they're there. You get them from California actually back then when we were in Tallahassee. My buddies were fucking really good at this. And you order these. They're called acoustic speakers. And they would come in and you just pull up the gas stations and say, hey, now here's the scam. You act like they're stolen and you're trying to act like they're not stolen, but they're really not stolen. Does that make any sense?
Right.
So you're like, listen, I had this delivery, and you make the story sound shady so people think they're stolen and you're trying to act like they're not. Does that make any sense?
Right.
So
but they're really not stolen. They're paid for. They're just really
you're just
bad.
Playing, listen, I got this thing. I was supposed to make a delivery.
Absolutely.
I didn't make the delivery.
Right.
They usually go for 100. Give me 50.
So I think at the time they were like $30 a pair, and you could sell them for like $200. This was back in 91, 92. But you would order like $500 worth of speakers or $1,000, and you could make triple your money almost. They had a van to pull up in the gas station to people and shit.
Happened to me last week in Hollywood, and I just
don't ever buy them.
No. So, but why would you want people to think that they're stolen?
Because you want them to think that you want that it's a good pair of like, in other words, you want them to think that they're getting a deal. You understand?
See, but here's the problem. Once you leave the East Coast, it's very tough to sell stolen merchandise unless the person has grown up in that culture. It's very hard. People won't buy it. I tried in Colorado. In Boulder, I used to have $30,000 Rolex watches. People would look at me like I was fucking crazy.
Well, that's back home, like even there, you would check to see.
You want to buy shit.
Well, yeah, you'd see. Do you know a guy that has this?
Right.
And then if they said no, they don't, then you went to the fucking store.
Then you went to the fucking store. But that's
a different time, man.
It's very tough to sell things. There's a couple of movies. There's a movie called with Family Business with Dustin Hoffman and Matthew Broderick and Sean Connery, and they play an Irish family that are thieves. But in that movie, they have a reoccurring character that just sells shit. Every time you see the guys, excuse me, I got some Vince Ferragamo shoes, 300 up and down Madison Boulevard. I got them for you for $100. What are you, 9 fucking D? Like he knows foot sizes. You see him at the bar. You see him at wakes. He shows up to the wake. At the wake, he's like, you see like guys come in with a fucking, with whatever, and they're like coming up to him like, "How you doing?" all day long. Sorry, sorry, priest, father, how you doing? Listen, I got Vince Ferragamo shoes, 80 up and down the board. He's got the same rap for everything.
My uncle, he's not my uncle. I say he's my uncle because he grew up, it's a Guinea thing. You know what we do, cousins, uncles, some of them. But he had, I went by the house, and he was my grandfather's best friend. And he goes to me, "Hey, have you seen the new Paris Hilton video?" Right? And I said, "No, come with me." He opens the he's got all these, remember the Paris Hilton when she had sex? That sex tape? He had all the fucking DVDs in there, and he goes, "Here, take one." Then he goes, "What size are you?" 10 and a half. Fucking had shoes. Left with a plate of fucking rigatoni. I'm like, that's only in my family. You leave with porn, fucking shoes, and a fucking nice little plate of food.
When I was a kid, there was a family in North Bergen who I was fond of them, but not really. Like, they had 4 kids, and 2 of them were cool. The other 2 were like, they knew what the father did.
Yeah.
But as we got older, the brother came.
Were they the jerk off guy? It's like, my father.
Yeah,
they used to fucking.
Yeah. But the oldest one was really the real deal as a human being, to the point where there's people who stay away from the oldest one, and he's not involved in anything, no family. He's just out there. He did time for murder in a car. I mean, when we were kids, he used to really see the devil on blow, and if you put Aerosmith on, he would lose his mind. And he ended up going to prison for running over somebody. And I remember in '94, we'd be playing basketball, and he'd be on a bicycle. Like, part of the deal for him to get it was like, listen, you can't even have car keys on you. So he's always on a bicycle, which made him get in good shape. But whenever he'd drive past us on a bicycle, people would just freeze, like, "Shh, it's Frankie." And they would just freeze so he wouldn't see
like
him.
Debo on Friday?
Yeah, like he was that scary. Not big or whatever, but the point being, when I was about 17, I got into gambling, and somebody goes, "Call him." He says you could put bets on him. Every time you went down there to collect, there was always a story.
Yeah.
And there was always "What size are you? Come on out to the garage." The garage guys, it was tough to close the garage. Like, he would have to push things in and close the garage door, and they would land again. He would have to put his foot. He had 2 of those. And in those 2 garages, he had one of everything. You name it. One of everything. And it was one size left. Like, it was the bottom of the shipment. But he held on to it till the end. Somebody would just go, "Come here. Give this to some kid on this homeless." No. I remember leaving there, like, beating him for 300 gambling, but leaving with 100. Because now I got a leather jacket that's a 2X. Even though then, I was only like an L.
Right.
But he talked you into it. That's how good he was. There's those type of people that just have shit out in their house. I remember in '94, my stepdad took me to these buildings in West New York where the people would rent apartments, and basically it was just hot stuff. Clothes and blenders, and everything was in boxes. And I mean, fucking $600-700 real fucking suits. Remember, that's how I got started selling cars. He took me to this thing, and I spent like $2,000. And I got 3 tremendous suits and like $500 fucking shoes with the thick soles. Real fucking communist shoes. Not that shit you get at Payless and you think they're Italian fucking whatever. That's not Italian fuck. Look at the shape of that fucking mortadella. What's up, dog?
What the fuck is going on?
Nothing. I'm good, man.
I know you're good, but why is your face all red? Talk to me.
What do you mean? Why is my face all red?
What do you feel right now? Close your eyes.
I feel really fucking good.
Call him a mortadella.
Oh my god.
Sure, you feel good. I gave you the magic. You know how many people live to get this combination?
We should.
Most people don't live after they have this
this
combination.
segment Jersey stories.
Jersey story. No,
South Florida stories are fucked up too, man.
Well,
it's a crazy area.
That's fucking always been crazy down there, man. That's where people go when they're just too crazy.
They're losing. Everything was drugs, man.
Yeah,
down there.
everything is drugs.
Everything.
Like everything is drugs down there.
Steroids, ecstasy, drugs, coke. That's all. Like, that's just all. Like, I mean, well, in my high school, there was a lot of steroids and shit. But, but it's a different time. Everything's changed, man. It is. It doesn't seem like little kids hustle like they used to, man. I mean, we were always hustling, washing cars.
In Boston, a couple kids got arrested because they were shoveling. They're going around shoveling driveways, and some people got mad.
Can you believe that?
That's crazy.
Can you believe that? That's how the kid does it. And a kid in my position, when I was that age, and I'm not embarrassed to say this, I was very spoiled. My mother, if I just asked her, my dad had died.
Right, so she did that. You were like Cartman.
Right, whatever I wanted, it just took me a week to get.
You were Cuban Cartman.
And I never really had to do half the things I did at that age, but I enjoyed them. When I used to go to 148th Street, I'd see these kids and they inspired me. They had, I had air conditioning in my room. These kids lived in a room with their mothers and fathers in the living room, thrown around the fucking floor. The bedroom was for clothing, and, they had one... And I couldn't even tell them how I lived. They'd ask me, and I'd be embarrassed to tell them but they taught me. They inspired me that you had to move every day and and I never forgot their hustle. They always shook down somebody, but legitimately they weren't bad kids. Like, they just tell you the truth. At night when you leave and you're in Staten Island sleeping in your window, we're going to protect your fucking window. Mm-hmm. They were different kids. And I forgot their names over the years. But they taught me that gift, and that's what kids are lacking today, that they don't really...
Well, what's even more crazy is like our grandparents, like my grandfather, he was doing construction at like 12, man. He was driving trucks because you didn't need he was driving down the dirt roads back then. My family, they were all from Jersey City. And when they were younger, man, they all worked. My grandfather, he can get past sixth grade, I think.
What was the first time you got behind the seat of a car?
I was in a stolen car in middle school. But we used to, these two brothers.
What are you doing, Lee?
Al and Vinny.
What?
What are you doing?
Nothing.
What just cracked?
Nothing. It's just something off the mic stand. We're cool.
He looks like his lips are fucking falling off.
Yeah, it feels like it.
He's hammered. No, Al and Vinny, they had this mail truck that they took and they rebuilt it. Like this the kid like that had the mini bike that they could build everything. Like typical guineas with the grease monkeys. They fix everything, right? So we had a mail truck that we used to drive around in, but it was on the other side. So the first time I learned.
What is it with mail trucks?
Why you had a mail truck too to fuck around in?
No.
Well, they used to be at the dump, at the jump show, at the dump. And then you would take it and they could fix it up, start it, and go. But the funny thing is that I've been driving since I was like 11 or 12. But when my mother tried to teach me how to drive, I had to act like I didn't know how. Like she's like, I'm going to teach you when I want to get my... I had already known how.
How old were you when you got behind the...
15, 16.
Yeah, me too. I was petrified.
You didn't drive?
I wasn't
I
scared
didn't
of it,
want to. I had no need for it. I didn't want to. I didn't like cars. I wasn't attracted to cars as a kid.
Too, right?
And then when my mother died, I used to hang out with this dude from time to time. His name is Mike Denny, and his father owned a ship contracting company. So when your ship came into town, they went in, they painted all the garbage, they took the barnacles off your ship, they put Rust-Oleum on, they rebuilt the floors with the water, where it was leakage with that special kind of plywood, and they did everything at night. So they got really busy, and I used to hang out with Mike. They used to call him the devil. When he was a kid, they call him the devil. You know what the devil is today?
What's his last name?
Denny, Mike Denny. Today he's in a prison in North Carolina for killing his wife. I mean, this kid.
Because I knew a kid from Patterson with that nickname.
This kid was the fucking devil when we were kids. He was right around my block there in North Bergen. And he came to me one day and goes, listen, my father needs help, and he really likes you, and he knows your mom died. You know how to drive. You want to drive with us at night? And I'm like, I can't drive a stick. So from 6 to 10, I drive to Hoboken Pier. I go to Newark Pier, and I just drop off little things.
You just fucking drove. You never driven before then?
Never. He taught me how to drive, and after 2 weeks, I said, I'm scared. I don't want to do it no more. He goes, Jesus fucking Christ. And he called his brother, who had a driving school like down the shore. The brother came, didn't check any paperwork. Mm-hmm. And just gave me a driver's license. Just like fucking that. Gave me the thing. He's like, don't worry. I think at 16 and a half, you get a learner's permit.
16, you get a permit.
And
16 and a half, you get a license.
Well, yeah, New Jersey, Florida, it's 15 and then 16 to drive. And in New Jersey, it's 16 to get a permit, 17 to drive.
That's too fucking young. You're still fucking wet behind the ears. No wonder these kids fucking die. That's too fucking young to give a kid a fucking...
Did you ever get in an accident when you were young?
No, knock on wood, never.
Well, you're not still young.
No.
You just realized
I had a friend, like I told you guys, I was never a big car guy. When I was a little kid, I was mentioned once, you're not supposed to get in strange people's cars, and that's something I live by. You know, when I'm out of these places, people always hit me up, hey, there's a great restaurant here. There's a great jiu-jitsu here, and the first thing I say is, can I walk to it from the club? If they say no, I ain't doing it. I don't get in strange cars. Since I was a kid, it was something that was instilled in me when I was 8, and I'm 50 now. I don't need to rent a car when I'm in a comedy town.
Literally, the kid that stole the ambulance is the one that stole the car, and we would drive around. We would go joyriding all the fucking time.
Yeah, I've never liked stolen cars.
That was a big thing when we were kids too.
Yeah,
man.
I never
like Jersey, they
cars.
used to love to steal cars.
I never liked it at all. Yeah, I know. I can tell you,
right?
fucks up.
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm
You're nodding off.
I never understood how you wanted to sit in the fucking evidence.
Yeah.
Like, that to me never made sense. Like, there's no getting out of that.
Well, when you're 12,
they chase
matter.
you. I didn't like it. I had a friend, Jose Hurtado, and other guys that went to robbing cars.
Dude, I would love to write a movie about that night, that what had happened. There was 4 of us. 2 of us got caught, and me and my buddy Al. This kid Al, he was always like that kid. Like I said before, he was outside. He knew the streets inside and out. This kid could spot a fucking unmarked car a mile away. So what happened was we ditched it, and we all took off. And my other 2 friends, this kid Matt and Steve, they went one way, me and Al went the other. They ended up getting caught. But that night, from where we were to get back to trying to get home on the railroad tracks, it was a fucking crazy night, man. As kids,
script,
it's like a Stand By Me.
Write the script and suspense.
It's a Stand By
Tell
Me.
them, Lee, write the fucking script and suspenses. You know what I'm saying?
What does and suspenses mean?
Keep us suspended. You fuck. Every 3 weeks, say script is coming. Don't worry about nothing.
Well, you love driving now. You drive scary. Like he'll be high as I am or higher. Driving down the 101.
Look at Suge Knight.
Doing 90.
Meshuggah Knight is all fucking. Meshuggah Knight is all banged up. Meshuggah Knight.
I like driving because I'm driving.
Yeah, but you do 90 and you beat the cops.
Who gives a fuck? That's better than somebody else driving. You don't know where the fuck you're going.
That's true.
Dude, let's kick some music.
So don't worry about it. There's a reason. There's a method for my we got music. What's Tony Bennett to get this party started? It's Monday, cocksucker.
I want to be around.
You get all tuned up. You forget about Tony Bennett.
I didn't forget.
Yes, you did, cocksucker.
We should put something on for Lee.
It's Monday the 16th.
Wow, it's been 45 minutes.
I want to be around.
It's a beautiful jam.
Great. Pick up the pieces.
These mushrooms are kicking in. The Red Devil's kicking in.
They've been kicked in.
Why don't you put on the Jewish Elvis, man?
No, don't worry about nothing.
Little Neil Diamond?
What the fuck is this, Lee?
Sorry.
Lee, he's melting.
Who's Jewish Elvis?
Don't worry about Neil Diamond.
Fucking Neil Diamond.
Just don't worry about Neil Diamond. Just fucking leave Tony Bennett on and shit. Don't worry about Neil Diamond.
I was trying to
just say fucking Hebrew, not at the Shalom. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the Shalom Center.
Shabbat Shalom. It's a great song.
So what do you want to put on the fucking Jewish Elvis for? Leave this guy on. He ain't bothered nobody. What's up, Lee Syatt, cocksucker? Look at the shape of you.
Yeah.
You know what's a shame, Lee? You don't even know who the Jewish Elvis is. It's your own people.
Can you imagine it? This is what I got to deal with.
You got one of the dopest fucking Neil Diamond, Charles Bronson. They're all in the...
I know who Neil Diamond
He's
is.
got time to go to fucking movies and museums on Saturday. But he doesn't know who Neil
Company.
Diamond is. The backbone of the Jewish
Wait
organization.
and see, Lee.
I want you to do me a favor, Lee. I want you to put on Donna Summer and Barbra Streisand.
Oh, God, great song. MacArthur Park?
No,
not MacArthur Park. The
Put the fucking thing on. Donna Summer.
Enough is Enough?
Enough is Enough.
Okay. Enough
With
is
Barbra
Enough.
Streisand. Enough is Enough. We're going deep.
Let me see if I can get on this.
You get on the fire. You get on it, all right?
And then, you know what's a great song, too? Is
Did you eat that star? Let's get another one going.
Heaven Knows is great, too.
Let's get the fucking thing here. Let's get Barbra Streisand.
Let's get some Babs
And
going.
fucking
She's
Donna
Jewish,
Summer,
too, you know.
We ain't fucking around, Lee, tonight. The church or what's happened now. The speakers are off my ears. It's over. What do you got, Lee?
What do you mean?
Look at me.
What are you looking
This
at?
is a bad
I hate these the Visa check card.
Fuck the Visa check card. Lee's got it under control. Look at Lee's.
Lee, what's he doing?
This is what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Lee's
look
got
at
it under
this.
control, dog.
Lee don't fuck around.
Lee-
Oh, look at this.
Shit.
It's not a. There's only.
By
There's
the way,
no,
did this TV come out of your
There's
friend's fucking garage as well?
Yes, it did. What happened, Lee?
I was hoping it was gonna be live, but no, it's just.
We don't want it live. You want this. Yeah, that's what you want. You don't want it live. This is extended fucking job. Kick this in the
Turn
beginning.
it up, dog.
Check it
That's
out.
the best part.
Are you fucking kidding me? or
5
what?
million views. Let's see how many people disliked it.
Nobody. That's why I
Oh.
got 5 million views.
Yeah, I always know. That always makes me laugh when these people fucking like. I'm looking at Pink Floyd and there's like 100 Like, how the fuck you dislike Pink Floyd?
Because they're fucking morons. They're listening to whatever the fuck.
All right, who would you clip first?
The Jewish Elvis. None of them. Look at these two.
You
Look at
come
those
on,
young
man.
faces.
Babs or
nobody fucks Babs for starters, all right?
She fucks
Babs
you.
just don't give up the fucking pussy just like that and shit.
Donna Summer was hot though. Remember that movie? Thank God It's Friday. TG.
I don't remember. I'm
Dude,
on
she was on it.
Second. Come on. Blast that shit, Lee.
I'm on mushrooms.
I'm on mushrooms, no comment.
What's your favorite? I'm gonna keep asking you questions now to fuck with you. So, what's your favorite Donna Summer song?
That's what it is. Are you fucking nuts, people? It's Monday night. Irish people are somewhere fucking counting pennies.
Starting already.
Getting ready for tomorrow, and here we are fucking playing Donna Summer at you.
Hey Lee, what's Joe's fucking Twitter handle again?
@manflavor.
That's what it is. Fuck. Here it comes. This is when it kicks in.
Oh shit, here we go. This is an education, people. You fucking nuts. Nate Renteria on there spitting some fucking. Oh shit.
No, this is too much.
This is
fucking great.
This is Jews and
Lee,
Heat.
don't touch your shit.
Sylvester Conrad. Oh shit. Oh shit. Crocodile Gandhi.
You're nothing.
Get this fucking
Crocodile Gandhi.
Oh shit. I almost had a fucking nervous breakdown, people. It's Monday night, the night before St. Patty's. Get on your disco shoes, motherfuckers. It's just starting here. Me and the Flying Jew are going deep with another star in a minute here. It's only 9:30. He's a 5-star general.
It's 2-star. 2.5-star.
A 2-star general with a little bit of gummies, hermanos, and mushrooms.
But I'm love with that. I'm really happy that, like when I was a kid, I did it, but I didn't want people to know. But after my mom died, I had to learn how to do it. And I just put you learn how to buy 100 Quaaludes and sell them for $4 and, give away 4 to get people enticed. It's your own little personal business. And that's what a lot of people, that's it. You're 100% business. Then I started getting the ups, and I was getting the ups for 40 for fucking 1,000 of them. And I would sell 100 of them for $35. So all I needed to do was sell 200 of them, and I was already in profit. I could eat 800 fucking ups. I didn't. I fucking sold them. So you learn. You learn how to cut corners. You learn, how to raise the price of mescaline and lower the fucking price. It was just an amazing education.
You know how to dictate the market.
You had to do it. Then cocaine came along, and I'll tell you what, there's so many people I taught how to market coke. Like a lot of people would grind it up. I don't want my car. I want to see a rock in there. You give somebody a rock and someone else, they'll pay the extra 50. People want to go to the parties and go, look at the rock I got from fucking Joey Diaz. You follow me? Nobody wants that powder.
But that
shit.
carried a lot of weight back then, though.
What's that?
The sentencing back then, man.
The who?
The sentencing back there. If you get caught, that shit was they went after it for a while.
They go after you for everything in this life. It's when you're stupid and you have you have a cause, you have something to sell it for. You don't even know why. I didn't want to fucking work as a kid. I knew if I could sell an 8-ball a night, I had $50 and I could snort a gram of coke. $50 in those days to go out with was 22 fucking cocktails, a tip, and White Castle. Or fucking someplace that gave you a chicken
White
sandwich
Castle.
for $2. Yeah, so it was a difference in work, And then one night you made 200, and that 100 went towards the rent once a week, plus your expenses. It was a different. So that's how you looked at it. I'm very happy I took that education, and I applied it later on. As it kept me up. Jesus Christ, how to borrow from Peter to pay Paul. It's a horrible way to fucking live. Mm-hmm. But sometimes you got to do it. And I did that for years. Starting comedy is not easy. when you first start comedy, it is fucking hard.
Absolutely.
And once you make the decision to do comedy full time, there's a lot, and I didn't want to get that day job. I really had that stupid fucking artist dream where you sit in your loft. There was no loft. I had a car with air conditioning, thank God, and there's a lot of times I didn't work, and there's a lot of times that I worked too. I worked all the way to the end. I sold cigars on Sunset. I sold fucking cigars on Sunset because I got here in '97, the boom of cigar.
Oh yeah.
So they were selling cigars all over.
Did you have a hookup in Cuba?
No. I sold cigars for a fucking store.
Oh,
Bret
okay.
Ernst, what Cuba? I'm trying to be a comic, $15 a spot. You think I'm making calls to Cuba? Get Bret Ernst and fucking...
Get some cohibas in there?
Yeah,
fucking
get
little
cohibas.
illegal
No.
swag?
The story on the street was...
I'm sorry, I guess I was out of line.
Yeah, we knew some people.
You're selling fucking Quaaludes and coke.
No.
But,
at the time I was...
but I guess you can't sell a cigar.
At the time I was on Sunset trying to be a comic. So I wasn't really selling anything. I had just moved here. I was sleeping on a floor. And that was what was available to me without a car, was selling cigars on Sunset. That's before I met any drug people. I started slinging a little coke here and there. So, but I hit a Taco Bell commercial for $80,000 my first year here. So I stopped the cigar business. But the cigar business was great. I knew a lot of comics who were selling cigars. There was two places. There was one by Hoy's Walk on the second floor. You know where Hoy's Walk is on Sunset La Brea?
Yeah, it was like
it's still a cigar store downstairs.
Yeah.
It's still a cigar store. They sold, the guy upstairs made millions. That's when JJ's Beepers were here. JJ's Beepers was, who's the hooker that went to jail with, what's his name? What's the famous hooker?
Heidi Fleiss.
Heidi Fleiss. He was Heidi Fleiss's partner. When you fucking came to LA those days, there was a bunch of fucking beepers. There was a bunch of billboards that said JJ's Beeper, the king of beeper, with $7.99 to get a beeper. He was my main man. I loved him. Right behind Hoy's Walk, right there. Then the other cigar shop was 2 blocks up by the hotel. What's the crack hotel across from Rock and Roll Ralph's?
Sahara?
It's the Sahara. Once you pass the Sahara, there's a street that makes a right there on the corner. There's a photography place right on top.
Wasn't there a place across the street from the store? Or is that's always? I mean, that's been there since I think I got
the
out
House of Blues.
No, it's to the left of that. There's a cigar bar right there. Cigar
No.
shop.
That
just came up?
Yeah, no. This is when you would call. Remember when you would go to bodegas in Harlem and you'd see fucking a case with cigars? Who do you think sold those fucking cigars? Some fucking guy across the street from the comedy store? No, us savages in L.A. that we would just call people and go, hey, man, we have starter sampler kits. Everybody wants a cigar, right? Yeah. You got cigars there? No, we're going to send you a humidifier. It was no humidifier. It was a glass fucking case for $400. But if you sold one of them, they gave you like $180. I'd sell 3 of those a day and hit the bonus. You get 50 cash. And I was at the comedy store to get Chewy. Chewy, where you at?
Chewy was.
Let me talk to you in the back.
Can't park here, bro.
Let me talk to you about something.
Can't park here, bro.
What kind of deal you got going on?
Yeah, yeah, the fucking good business going.
How many packages? 20. I got 40. That's 2 pack. Why I can't get 3 from me? You get pissed off. Leave me alone, Joey. What's up?
He had a good business going, that guy.
How you feeling over there, cocksucker?
I'm good.
Can't park here, bro.
You know, you need to, and that's what I see that these guys, they don't know how to put, and I'm not talking about selling drugs. You know, and when I got divorced, let me put it to you this way. When I got divorced in Boulder, I worked for my ex-wife's family.
How long were you married for?
2 years. It was a failure, but I worked for them, and for some reason, all the companies then that they did business with offered a free estimating class. So I would call the people. This is how slick I was, bro, at 20 fucking whatever. Even though I was an ex-felon and shit. I would call these companies and go, hey, man, I'm a roofer. I'm an apprentice, but I want to learn how to estimate. And they would fly me out. 3M and all those companies would fly me out and teach me how to estimate that type of shit.
Oh, because they wanted you to use their products?
But I also started learning slanted roofs and all those shingles and shit. So I went through a couple of their things. And one day I was by my friend's house, and he's like, hey, man, can you get your brother to come over here after the hailstorm? Nobody came to this fucking house. So right away, my drug mentality went up. I'm like, hold on a second. I measured it. I did what the regular people around me would charge. It was like $2,000. When I added up the material, it was like fucking $600. So I'd make $1,400. Somebody else, give them $500, rip the top off with them. The dumpster was a deuce, throw it in a dumpster. That's how much the Gambinos control construction. A dumpster anywhere else in the United States of America was $200 for those regular dumpsters you see that people come up and pick up. You know how much that same dumpster was in New York City in 1985?
How much?
$2,200. That's how much went into Sammy the Bull's pocket.
I know. Yeah, he controlled all the construction.
He controlled
rackets.
all the fucking construction. Because I remember my brother-in-law's company who left New Jersey to go to Colorado, and they were like, "You have no idea what the construction costs are on the East Coast because of that fucking mafia. You have no idea." But I would go into a neighborhood with a box of flyers, pass them around the fucking neighborhood. By the time I got home, I'd have 3 calls already. When I was going back to measure their houses, people would walk over to me and go, "Hi, can you measure my house?" I go over, I pull a fucking Bret Ernst, get a $500 deposit, and tell them I'd be here the week of the 20th, and I'd show up and do the roof. I was making fucking $1,000 on a Saturday. What did I get? I busted my hump a little bit, but I didn't have any options then. I had no fucking options. I had a degree, but it wasn't going to do nothing. I had a felony. I couldn't do nothing.
Right.
So it always comes in, that street hustle.
What was your first pinch?
January 26th of 1983.
That was as an adult?
Property. Yeah, I never took on a juvenile, nothing. Not even a talking to, not even a cop coming to the house. A cop dropped me off one night when he found me in some guy's yard passed out, puking. I had that type of contact, but never a juvie record whatsoever.
So what'd they get you for?
Possession of stolen
property?
Stolen tools. When you have tools to rob somebody.
Oh,
but
with the, like the burglar tools.
Like I had like a pen. Like it was.
Did they trump it up, or were you going to use it to break into something?
No, I was going to break into something.
Yeah.
I had something. No, I had checkbooks,
Uh-huh.
and I gave them to somebody, and that was my plea bargain to. I think it was a $500 bail. It was my first
It was a misdemeanor.
Misdemeanor, and I went and did the probation. Then I got arrested shortly after that for smoking pot. After the Redskins
Super Bowl?
beat
the
the
Raiders?
Dolphins.
Or the Dolphins?
Yeah, that I think 83.
Yeah, no, that was it. 82.
The
82, 83.
Killer
Yeah.
Bees.
Yeah.
I won 800, went into the city in the winter.
Yeah, it was 83.
Fucking wind was blowing. I went into a corner, I bought some chocolate Thai stick at one of those health food stores. And I went into a corner and the mailman put a gun to my head. That was my second pinch. Then about 2 weeks
Fuck was the mailman putting a gun in you?
He was
making
undercover.
a citizen.
He was an undercover cop.
Oh.
Because there was a grammar school there and somebody was selling loose joints. I just happened to go there at 1 in the afternoon. It was, guys, I'll never forget how cold it was. And I was in that corner. The tears were frozen on my face. And he threw me on the fucking floor. And they threw away my pop and gave it back to me. So I had 14 grams. They threw like 4 grams away and gave me the bag back. They pinched me that time. Then right before I left for Colorado, I got pinched for stolen tools, trying to break into somebody's house. And they caught me on the way out. We didn't get in. They caught me on foot. But then they threw it out. I knew somebody in Union City. Something, they threw it out. And then I just went on a string of fucking... But when I went to Colorado, no, I didn't get arrested. I had contact at the end. That was the night I robbed the jewelry store. I didn't get in. But it was a snowstorm, brother. This is how much of a genius I was. And I walked back. I seen the cops coming to get me, so I jumped and walked in all these snow things. And I went to my house, and I went in, and I took my clothes off, and I relaxed. And about an hour later, the door knocks, and there's 20 cops at my door. And I'm like, "Excuse me, have you been out tonight?" I'm like, "No." And they look by the radio, and there's my boots melting with snow. So they knew it was me who robbed the jewelry store. They just didn't have proof. I knew they were going to come back. By the time they came back, I boogied, and then I probably went through 10 arrests that were just, hanging out with
Dude,
people.
this is sad. Well, it's not sad. I don't know what you want to call it, but a good friend of mine was 18 years old, and first offense, they gave him 10 years, man. He got caught with acid. But in the state of Florida, each hit's a count of manslaughter.
Can you imagine that?
And no, and he had 100. I think it's like 100 on a sheet.
Oh, yeah.
And he had 100. I had 100 on a sheet. And I think 10 sheets. So they
So
got him
1,000 counts of manslaughter.
Yeah, 1,000 counts of manslaughter, man. And they just fucking
And that only gets 10 years.
18. Maybe it was 100 sheets. Yeah.
I give thanks every day. You people think I'm bullshitting you.
But he went from 18 to 28, man. He spent all of his 20s in prison.
You people think that I bullshit. I get up in the morning. I give thanks for my daughter. I give thanks for Mercy. I give thanks for the friends I have. You know, I give thanks for the career, like how it worked out. You know, I never wanted to be Eddie Murphy. I just wanted to be alive, and I got that. I just wanted. I don't care if my picture's at the Improv. None of that shit mattered to me. I just want to let motherfuckers know I was here, and I didn't have CAA, and I didn't have 3 odds, and I was here. I did what I had to do, and I give thanks that I never got involved. Like when I got locked up, people went to a party, Bret Ernst. I say something to your girlfriend. You take a swing at me, and I die, and you got involuntary manslaughter. You're looking at 12 years of your life, and guess what? They're gonna put your section to prison. Okay. So now you got 12. That means you're looking at 8 hard that you got to do. You're 19. You're home on spring fucking break.
Right.
You were just with your old high school girlfriend looking to get your dick sucked. You didn't know she was sucking 20 other dicks.
Right.
She didn't tell you that in the fucking postcard. They never do. You know, we want to hook up and relive our times. They didn't tell you how they fucked the Puerto Rican and the coke dealer at the bar, and some guys got pictures of her, and you show up happy Henry.
Like fucking, yeah.
Yeah, thinking that's going to
Here's
go
my
back.
little
Here's
angel.
my little angel. And here comes Johnny Bananas at the bar, and you got to knock him the fuck out.
Do you ever think about like what would have happened if you had killed those people in Colorado?
That's what we're getting to right now. So they give you 8 fucking years, 8 out of 12. You do 8 while you're in there. Somebody gets in a beef for you.
Yeah, now you
they
gotta
tack on
fucking,
another 6.
I've seen that.
So you go in at fucking 20 and you come in at 36. Do you have any fucking idea? Do you have any fucking idea? Any fucking idea? I had a little semblance. By the time I went in, I was 28. I had an idea who I was and who I wanted to be. Do you understand what I'm trying to say
Absolutely.
to you? When you grab a person with the mind of a child and they're at 18, I'm not saying he's getting raped. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about he has to make decisions. What he's going to learn in there, the first tattoo, the first, the first, hey man, that's cool. Yeah. That's it. Society's got him. Now he comes out when he's 36 years old. Who the fuck's going to hire him? So what do you think he's going to do? You know, he developed a fucking habit in the prison. You know, I'm very lucky, Lee. Never mind those people died. I'm very lucky. There was 30 other fucking situations that I walked into that Jesus fucking Christ, that I'll sit there some nights and go, can you fucking imagine? What if? What fucking if? Me going to parties and you getting hit and I stick up for you and punch somebody in the fucking head. What if that guy just died? What if that guy just had a brain aneurysm?
No, dude,
you have no fucking idea.
That's not far-fetched.
And
man.
I tell you, this is not. I tell you, when I got locked up, I bumped into 30 fucking kids that were just living. They thought they were just living. Your friend, he bought 100 hits of acid. God knows what he was gonna do. He ain't no fucking terrorist. He ain't no bad person. He was just an 18-year-old kid.
Right.
That they looked at state sanctions for. And they never looked at this kid and said, maybe he's just a retard. He needs 4 years to scare him a little bit, and we'll resentence him depending on how he does after 2. No, there's a state mandate.
And he was a nice kid.
Nice kid, and dog, they go in, they don't recover from that.
Well, he was lucky though. He went to minimum or medium. They did that for him, and then he came out. He's got his shit together. But he talks to people now, talks to kids and stuff, and tells them. Because, you do. You're in that. You can make such a bad decision at that age. That's why, I mean, even now with these fucking cameras, everybody's filming people's childhoods. Like, God forbid that there was cameras on me when I was 20, 21.
Can you imagine?
Oh, my God, man. It would be insane, dude. If there was I wish there was a video of Uncle Joey at fucking 2021. Dancing in a club.
I would pay $8 million for that video right now.
Lee, what about you? Which your bar mitzvah video? Is there any crazy shit going on?
Not like that. I shoplifted, but I didn't do anything crazy like you guys.
Did you light a candle for somebody in the bar mitzvah video? You know how many bar mitzvahs I went to? See, that's the other thing people don't realize. How, like, up in New York and
every
New
weekend.
Jersey. But I'm saying, like, everybody, like, shared your cultures, Like, you had the Latinos,
you had a friend
Italians, and Jewish. Yeah, everybody everybody, everybody live with each other.
But it was crazy. I was watching on Netflix last night. They had this series for they're interviewing people who like serial murderers.
What was that word?
Serial murderers,
Uh-huh.
I guess. And this dude didn't go back to a halfway house. He went back and just killed people. He killed 5 people just randomly, just because he would drive by a house and be like, "Oh, that house looks nice," and then I'll go in there. It was fucked up. And then it just happened. Like, I was thinking, how your life could have changed at that exact moment.
Drop.
Absolutely.
All I needed was to bump into a guy that I thought was cool and who I thought was influential in there. The Mad Dog. Oh, Mad Dog. Mm-hmm. And Mad Dog would sit there and tell you stories about his days on the bike, man. There's a guy up in Pelican Bay, man. His name is Bret Ernst, man. He's a stone cold killer. We partied together a couple of times. He's done about 16 years for murder. And you sit there going, what are you did you ever read about Abe Lincoln? You know who George Washington is? You know who Hitler is and Mussolini? Those are great men.
You know who Donna Summer and Barbara Streisand is?
What the fuck are you talking about? Some guy, Mad Dog, in some prison who, man, that guy took on 3 guards, man. Yeah. We partied out together. Once they tell you that, you're like, listen, it's over for you. Just go to the Puerto Rican side. Hopefully they'll fuck you to death. Because you don't have a fucking day left in you once you get in the real world. If you're worried about Mad Dog is the cutest.
It is. It's like a fucking middle school mentality.
It's the coolest fucking guy I've ever seen in my... I remember one day when I was locked up, there was this guy that was Johnny Everything. The metal rings, the Lee jacket over the fucking black shirt. It was 87. He already had tats. Mm-hmm. He already had nobody moosed their hair. He already moosed their hair with the little sunglasses. Because this place I went to, you could wear your own clothes if you got a petition. And then I was sitting around with some guys in there, and the album of the year was Appetite for Destruction. And it's that Mr. Brownstone. And me and these guys are talking about how he wrote about heroin. He came over, he's like, it's not about fucking heroin, it's about Mr. Brownstone. I did time with that dude. And we're like, what are you why would Guns N' Roses sing a song about some dude in fucking Kansas jail? Mr. Brown, that's how retarded they get. Like, man, I partied out with Mr. Brownstone. He met Axl Rose one time and told him the story. So Axl Rose promised him he'd rather shut the fuck up, you fucking moron junkie.
What do you think that fucking guy is now?
Who, Axl Rose?
No.
Eating fucking cheeseburgers with $20 bills between his fucking toenails.
No, I meant the Johnny Bravo guy that you hung out with, the fucking guy with the moosed hair and the jeans.
That fucking wannabe biker. Where I went, there was a little connection of these wannabe bikers. There was this guy that was something, Dead Dog or something. He was the leader of them. He was like the old guy that was
terrible nickname.
He had killed somebody in voluntary manslaughter party, and they had these little minions that were all retarded. The one guy smacked was one of his minions, a blonde-haired dude that wore gloves in the prison. Like, well, there's not even a tricycle in here. Why do you have gloves on? They walk around with tight gloves with their fingers out. Like, why? Get it the fucking together, guys. I had a beef with him in the laundry room, and I tied his hair up. I grabbed him by the hair, and I just tied it up in my hands, and I banged his head against the wall. And I took a shit in his drawer. In one of those cheese boxes, I took a long shit, and I put it... The point being, it's you see those guys when you're in there, you shake their hand, you talk to them, and you move the fuck on. You don't want to talk to those morons. You don't want that fucking IQ. Just standing next to those guys, your IQ. Dog, you knew me, dog. He was a dumb fuck, and I used to be a stock clerk in the kitchen, so I took a shit in the toilet. I took it out complete.
Yeah, the whole loaf.
The whole loaf stayed together.
Oh, I thought you shit in the box. You shit
into
into the toilet and then
pulled it. I think I shit in the
so.
box. Because it never broke. The shit was complete. How crazy do you have to be to shit in the box? And it was perfect because it was this thick. It was like a rose box that comes on roses.
How many Keurigs was it?
No. It was do you know the fucking
Lee, did you get that South Park reference or no?
No, I don't do South Park either.
I like South Park, but what did he say?
Remember when fucking I measured the turd? Fucking
yeah.
I think it's Keurig.
No, this was an American cheese box. You know those government cheese?
Yeah.
I took a shit in there, and you know what they put? You know when you go to a diner on the East Coast and they put a flag, an American flag on a BLT or something? I took it out.
Like at IHOP used to, they
and I put it right in the middle of this shit, and I put the box in his drawer behind his clothes. And every day he'd walk around the barracks going, man, anybody smell shit or is it just me? And we would look at him like, oh, this guy don't know it. And he figured it out one day, and he saw the box, and he came into my room. Man, I knew it was you, shit, my fucking...
A cheese box.
I know it was you, shit, my cheese box. There's some people that you beat in life that do that shit too, that they come back and tell you. This one time I robbed this Mexican kid that was my roommate in Boulder when I first moved to Boulder. He just bothered me. Him and these other 3 momos would lip sync. They were friends because they would travel around and go to lip sync competitions.
In jail?
No. This is
I was
2
gonna
years
say.
before I went to jail.
Okay, I got you.
I moved to the Hill in Boulder, and there was 3 idiots living in an apartment. And they would go to not lip syncing contests, air guitar contests.
No,
What?
you live with air guitar people?
Oh, please tell me you shit in their cheese box.
No, and the Mexican kid drove me crazy. He would always bother me. Man, you can't bring women over here and fuck them at night. Shut the fuck up. I brought 2 girls over there. One was a freak, and one night he came to me and knocked on my door. So one day I see he left
And said what?
You can't bring women here. He was jealous. So I went over there. I seen his door open, and he was sleeping. Dog, I tiptoed in his room, and I picked up the towel, and it was a $100 bill. I took it out. About a day later, he kept knocking on my door. Dog, I worked in the sun for that $100 bill. He kept saying to me, I'm like, I spent it. I didn't tell him I spent it already, but I felt bad. But it's like, dog, he was crying.
You told him you robbed him, though.
No, I kept saying, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
You never admit to anything.
I had that saved up for an air guitar competition. Well, it don't look like you're going. I'll give you $1. Play the guitar in the living room. They didn't get high. They did nothing, Bret Ernst.
And just play air guitar?
Or air guitar in the fucking living room at night.
Fucking.
With no shirts off. A Japanese kid, a Mexican, and a white goofy fuck.
How did you find these guys?
I applied for it. Was $200 a month. The Japanese guy I had on the payroll for a while.
Well, he paid for half your rent 1 month.
I was giving the fucking Japanese guy $20 a day to go to the store, alfalfa's, cook and get food, and cook healthy food for me.
Why?
But he would heat the other half. Because I got a law settlement. I had some dollars. So I didn't want to cook. I didn't know how to cook, and I got sick and tired.
Hey, Lee, can you put the camera on yourself?
I know.
It
Look
is.
at the shape.
There it is.
Yeah,
There you
look
go.
at the
Go
shape.
ahead. Talk.
So
Hello.
I used to pay him $20 to go down to Alfalfa's, buy a half a pound of meat, some rice and vegetables, and he'd walk it up and he'd give some to me and some to him. And he was a broke student.
That's a good deal.
Great fucking deal.
Yeah, strong deal.
And then, but he was by the fucking book. Then the cops came, they knocked on the door, they got mad. Then I left the next day. I was there for about a month and a half before the cops came. That's when I used to do credit card shit.
That was back in the day where you can get away with that shit with the numbers and the fucking click. They used to sell the fucking carbons back in the day.
Fucking carbons.
Yeah.
That's right, they give you the carbons.
That's we had this guy at the Don Carter's bowling alley that when we were kids, if we had carbons, he would take them. And then he had this plastic thing where you can fucking make the mold. You know, well, we just gave him the carbons. I remember this dude coming around. We were playing football one time, asking if we had fire extinguishers, if we want to make some money to get him fire extinguishers. We were kids. I'm like, what the fuck is we getting fire extinguishers for? You know. And then we had this one kid of ours. I don't like to throw the names out. I know you. I don't.
Joe doesn't mind.
I know Joe doesn't mind, but he went and got some, and I guess that. There you go.
There you go. That's for you and your fucking names, all right?
You know what was funny?
Wait till you smell this whey protein fart right here coming
I'm
at
sure
you.
it's whey.
These are some fucking
I'm
scallops.
backing up.
This is some scallops Mama made
Some
with
fucking
some
fish Friday.
with some. I had some
Remember when you
spray
farted on
butter.
stage one night? I fucking never laughed so hard in my life. We were at the store, and he's like, "Hey, hold on a second," and then he he went. Then he went science,
Yeah,
and then
he
he went back in.
back up.
Dude, I was fucking.
You gotta
crying.
stop and go. Hold on. And then you fart. They can't recover from that. If you stop
The
them.
fart was the science on top of the
Oh
fart.
please, that's
was
what.
fucking
Please,
brilliant.
you're not gonna fart and not leave it out of the science. That's a whole fucking patois. The whole thing.
Dude,
Lee, what's up with you, brother? How you feeling? Not as
I'm
bad
good.
as you thought.
And I'm really fucked up.
No,
but
you're
I'm,
not.
Yes,
No,
I
Are you
am.
gonna drive? You need a ride?
No, I Uber.
Don't give him nothing. Fuck him. He gets
You need
no
a
ride.
ride?
He's
No,
as
I
tough
Ubered.
as nails. This guy.
You Ubered?
Yeah.
That's
'cause
his
I knew.
problem. See, he already tapped out before he got it. I should tie him up.
Dude,
and make
it's
him,
fucking
and turn the
St.
lights
Patrick's
off.
Day. The cops are going to be
Put
out
fucking
giving
Pink Floyd
showing
and
tickets.
come back every hour and put it on backwards until his head blows up. That's what I should do. But you're lucky I spoil you and I love you. If not, I'd
Spoil you.
tie you up and toughen you up in here, cocksucker, with that. Whose vacuum is that?
Mine.
Where'd you get that fucking thing from?
It's mine. We haven't vacuumed in here since we moved in here.
Thank you for vacuuming. You're a good fucking man.
You're welcome.
I'll tell you, there was some fucking great pictures.
And I'm gonna
little
put some more.
Charluche Bronson and fucking Clint Eastwood. Fucking man. And you got Uncle Joey from.
Fuck up there. Fuck that shit.
No,
No,
sure.
I'm very happy I grew up like I did at times. And I'm happy I had that little hustle. Now I sit here sometimes. I look at this 2-year-old little girl and I'm trying to figure out how to explain it to her.
I would wait.
No, you have to fucking wait, but I don't think I'll be alive.
I'm joking. Oh, you'll be
Every
alive,
fucking
man.
day, is one less heartbeat.
Oh,
You know,
no.
so
I mean, you're taking good care of yourself, so
you try. You drink water. You don't. You spray on butter like this fucking mortadella.
You got mad at me for using spray butter
don't
today.
fucking
You save
use
a lot
spray
of
butter.
calories.
Actually, real butter's better for you.
It's
man.
better for
Why?
you. 'Cause you glow in the
Because it's
fucking-
more
I told
natural.
you.
And
I told you.
Yeah, the margarine shit'll kill you,
I
man.
told you, dog.
That's
think
all
you think your
chemicals.
Uncle Joey fucking see the fucking.
Here's what I want you to do.
He goes home, makes tortellini, and puts spray on butter on.
What the fuck's the purpose?
This is what I'm
it
fucking
defeats
saying.
its purpose.
This is what I'm fucking saying.
Bring it over here.
But everybody says, no, you're being hard on him. I'm trying to fucking no more spray.
Lee, listen, I want you to Google paleo diet.
Okay.
All right. Follow that. It'll save your life.
What don't you eat?
You just don't eat grains, no breads, no fucking
No wheat bread either?
none of that shit, and no fucking
That's hard.
no dairy. But you can eat raw meat, chicken wings. But it's supposed to be like,
How many chicken wings? That's the clinker for Lee.
You can eat you can eat 30 if you want, Lee.
So Lee can start the paleo diet right after this podcast.
Absolutely.
Right? Lee's
Go right to
There's
Big
no way-
Wings right
no,
down the street.
You can't eat fried chicken wings and just not eat cheese and lose weight. That
Yes, you
sounds
do.
so
Listen to
telling
me.
you.
Look it
I'm
up.
telling-
Look it up.
I'll look it up, but you can't eat fried things.
You know what? I don't
Yes.
like naysayers. Yes, you can. You can eat chicken
If you go there
wings.
tonight and eat 20
Not breaded.
chicken
You
wings,
can't eat breaded.
You can't eat the fucking blue cheese either.
No, can't do that.
You gotta eat those
Well, then
things
what's the
raw.
point?
I know. That's the thing. You lose a lot of patois. You gotta go in and eat it with fucking celery, right? You can eat celery.
You can eat the celery and carrots.
No mashed potatoes?
No potatoes. Sweet
No.
potatoes. If you're gonna cheat, like they recommend, like one day you just fucking get it out of your
And what do you
system.
do for carbs?
Hey, use vegetables, man. It's a real simple carbs, man. Those are the best because the grains, the way that the grains are, they're ground seeds, and seeds are not really
So no whole grain at all, no
none of
bread,
that
no
shit.
pasta.
But if you're gonna go,
no whole grain pasta.
I do brown. Like when I do my cheat, I do brown rice. I lost
No, I'm
I
not-
lost
what-
about 8
what are
pounds.
you, a Hindu? I don't give a fuck about brown rice. I have brown rice.
No,
tonight.
but they have brown rice. Listen to me, brown rice pasta. What am I Hindu? They have brown rice pasta from Trader Joe's.
Good?
It's fucking good, man. It's good.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll try it. I don't
Try
give a
it.
fuck.
Try it.
I've been trying. No shit.
Just look it up,
With a little
paleo.
marinara.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing: is that if you do the brown rice pasta, that's when you don't want to eat any grains. But if you're gonna do it, sweet potatoes are good, baked potatoes are good, and brown rice pasta is good. But
gotta
just
do
do
a
it like
pasta
once a
once a
week.
week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
once a
once a
week on a
week,
Sunday
little
at 2
pasta,
o'clock. Nice.
Little marinara.
after church.
Like a doctor.
Like
and
a
shit.
fucking
I don't
gentleman.
even want meat sauce no more. My wife makes a little marinara, nice, a little spicy to it. You're good. You're fucking good.
I eat that, I go meat.
Let me give some fucking shout outs and get this party started.
Let's
real
do
quick.
it.
I met a really
I gotta
nice
pick
girl.
my wife up.
Tell your wife to relax. I met a really nice fucking girl. I made a picture for us that I didn't bring, and she gave me a lighter. And she had a smile that would fucking, her and her husband came. Jenica Jones, I love you to death up in Sacramento. Harold, cocksucker, I love you. I'm sorry about your mom, but hang in there, cocksucker. You're a big boy now. Grab your balls. Just think of your mom every day and go out there and fuck somebody in the ass. That's how it's done. Jaime
Like
Jordan,
Mama
I
Boy.
love you. Shut the fuck up, cocksucker. Braden Marsley, Crazy Michelle Hurley. I don't know who the fuck this is. Berg, happy recovery. Much love, cocksucker. Mike Wilson Jr., Bobby Sharon, and your beautiful girlfriend, and David Repreza. I got you, cocksucker. Now what?
What's up, buddy?
What were
Hey, you
saying?
see that picture I tweeted you? Fucking at the Arizona Scottsdale?
No.
They got the picture of you at the House of Comedy. It's fucking nice.
Come on.
Yeah, it's right when you go into the men's room.
Come on.
Fucking-
That's
I
why
think I saw my Twitter somewhere.
They
I
always
fucking-
put you near the men's room.
Yeah, you come in. It's a big fucking nice Uncle Joey picture. You fucking faded in nice. It's
Come
big.
on.
It's huge. It's like the size of that.
Come on.
Your little fucking Joey collage.
Oh my God. See that?
Yeah.
You learned something. How you feeling, Lee? Not bad.
I'm good. I'm fucked up, but I'm good.
Wait,
I'm glad I Ubered.
Nah.
Yeah.
You could go out there and drive like a savage.
No.
Just fucking, I don't know what you're scared of, cocksucker.
A $10,000 DUI.
You're not gonna get no DUIs. You're as tough as nails. What's coming up for you, man? I know The other day we spoke, and you said your pilot didn't get picked up. You shot a pilot for whom?
No, I was with NBC, and then
Okay.
then it didn't get picked up. So
What was the pilot?
It was called Mason Twins.
Between you
That
and
was
me?
last year.
While you
last
were
year.
shooting it, did you really think you had a chance? Because as I'm
Yeah,
shooting them, I'm
man.
like,
Well, here's
boy,
the
these
sad
things
part,
are
man.
bad.
Here's the sad part. It's it did get picked up. There was a lot of anticipation about it. It was like, the one, they say it's a good
To
one to
watch.
be on. But the kid that the black kid, the heavy black kid that just passed away, the kid from Miller Lite commercials, he was in there, and he was with us in it. And dude, it was sad to see him die, man. That kid was fucking. Every time he opened his mouth,
he was funny.
he was funny, man.
Where was he from?
He's from Houston. He was a trained actor.
What did he die from?
I don't know.
They didn't say.
It's scary. Like that's why sometimes I get down about going to the gym. But he was 36.
He
That
wasn't
could
going to
that
the
could
gym? To the gym?
didn't look like it. I mean,
Well,
he could have
I mean-
been, but like that's why keep going because he was 36. He was young.
Yeah, he was
young
a
kid.
young dude, man.
It's really weird when you shoot a pilot and your hopes and aspirations are up, and they're telling you that you got a chance, and then you're thinking in your mind all the different scenarios, and
Yeah.
they're gonna get picked up as a fucking recurring.
Now I was booked as a regular, and then the year before that I had one with Gary Cole, the guy from Office Space and Talladega Nights.
Right.
Fucking very talented actor, and that was another one that
What network was that?
That was for Fox, and I had a talk show for E that same year, and that's what people don't realize. I'm looking at, if both those things go, I'm looking at a damn near 7-figure year. Going from,
Did you shoot the pilot for?
Yeah,
E?
shot them both. Yeah.
And what was the E talk show about?
This was years ago. It was like it was a relationship show. It was me, a gay dude, a straight chick, and a lesbian. So it was pretty much 3 chicks and me. And then we
Thank
gave
God
fucking.
you didn't get picked
well,
up. You have the HIV now.
No.
You have pimples
No,
with a fucking mark on your neck.
We were giving it relationship advice. It was it was a good time, man. I mean, look, some of these shows you do, you're like, you can say no. I can read a script and say I don't want to do it. And you try and pick the ones that you think
You
are the
still
best.
with the same agent, that dude, or you left him?
I'm with Don Buchwald now.
Don Buchwald.
I went over to Don
And they're
Buchwald
real
now.
good.
Yeah.
They get you out for everything.
Yeah,
and stuff.
man. Yeah.
That's really good that you.
With
Dog,
levity.
I popped 5 pilots in a row.
Well, Chappelle had like 13 right before one.
I remember when I first moved here, they were giving Chappelle tons of money. Chappelle had one with the dude from Talk Soup that went on to become a big star. Greg Kinnear, that didn't get picked up. I mean, they weren't my pilots. I just shot them. What got me here was a big cop show on CBS with what's his name directing. It was a shoe-in. It was their answer to NYPD Blue. Didn't get picked up. The only one that got picked up that they didn't hire me after was the Louis Guzman show. I shot NYPD Blue 2069, what the New York would be like in the year 2069. I shot a happy hour from the people from what's the fucking show, or what's the 2 fucking idiots now that replaced what's his name on the fucking show.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'll figure it out.
No, what's the 2.5 baby? Who replaced him?
Man, Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton
What show did he come from?
That 70 show.
The same writers. When the 70s show wrapped, this was the next hot show. The chick went and bought a house. The show got canceled after 4 episodes.
That's
the
sad,
lead.
man.
So I've been involved in all those, and it's a good little hope. It keeps you hoping.
It's
But then
awesome.
you said something beautiful to me the other night. You go, you know what? Now I'm back on the road where I belong, and I love it. And you love it.
Stand-up's my 401k, and it's what I love. It's what I do. It's what I love to do. At the end of the day, that's the thing. You can't take that away from us. You amass an audience. You could say what you want to say and be as expressive as possible, and still try and make a living. 35 weeks a year takes its toll. I'd like to be hitting those theaters. I would like to do Friday,
So you're
Saturday.
really doing 35 weeks?
Absolutely, man. I just left Birmingham. I leave for Denver on Wednesday.
So you're doing
I hustle as
3
much
weeks
as
a
possible.
month?
Yeah, pretty much, man.
No shit.
Yeah,
And
if
you're
I
still in
can.
a relationship?
Absolutely, but then I got to go get my wife now, or
Go
I
get
won't
it,
be.
cocksucker. I love you to
I
death.
won't be.
Thank you. Where are you at this weekend?
This weekend I'm at Comedy Works in Denver.
Okay.
Not downtown, the one in the suburb one. What's it? The green.
The guy in the black name.
The guy with the
dance
fucking
for white people.
the thing.
With the thing, the whole thing. You have to jump up and down.
Lee, call me
I
if you
love
get locked up, man. We'll come get you.
Okay, no, I have.
I love you,
got
Bret
Uber.
Ernst. Thank you
I'm
for
cool.
coming
I
on.
love you, Joe.
I love
You're
you,
the
man.
fucking
Thank you for
best,
coming
man.
on
You are
tonight.
really.
No, so are you, man. Thank you very much for
Fucking
coming
job.
on. I love you,
love you,
cocksucker.
buddy.
Give me a hug.
All right, let me go give Lee a hug.
Stay black. Give Lee a big hug.
Come
He
here,
needs
Lee.
it. Look at him.
Let's get it on
Look at
camera.
him. He could tell in his eyes. He needs the
look at
biggest
him.
hug ever. He's in shock. fucking shit. He don't know nothing. We're gonna eat another fucking star. Next week we're doing heroin on the fucking show. Next Monday we're gonna end them.
Love you, Uncle Joe.
Love you, buddy. Thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want to do heroin.
You gotta do something once. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy you
Really
guys.
quick, let me plug my podcast. Can I?
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, check me out. Just go to BretErnst.com, BretErnst.com. It's called The Bret Ernst Show, but we just do like top 10 lists and argue stupid shit. I got to have you on.
Okay.
We could do
Call
top
me.
10 fucking disco artists of all time.
Keep me posted. Sylvester's number 2. The black fag from fucking wherever he's from. I love that motherfucker. You make me feel mighty real. In fact, that's what we're closing with tonight. What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? Sacramento, I had a great time this last week. I'm sorry I didn't mention you guys. It really was great. The week before I was in Cleveland. This last 3 week I was tired, but you guys made it great. Thank you very much for being great audiences. And this Thursday night, do not forget, I'm on the last This Is Not Happening with Ari Shaffir. I need this favor for you guys to DVR. As a personal favor for me. Hopefully they'll see that there's fucking action here and they'll put me on Comedy Central a lot more, but it's up to you guys. Do me that fucking solid, huh?
It's a good story.
Yeah, it was a heartfelt story that I hid for a long time. I always had people go, yeah, but you had it hard. You grew up on the streets. No, I had a little bit of help. And I did what I could with it, and I never forgot who she was. But the story was beautiful, that she was my mother's friend. She made a promise to my mother in the casket, and she fucking did it. A lot of people can't keep a promise when people are alive. Never mind when people are dead to judge them, So at the end, things happened how they did, and I always felt guilty about that. So me saying the story is my I'm sorry to her, wherever the fuck she is. You know what I'm saying? What are you fidgeting for, Lee? Everything all right, guys?
I just want to make sure this sounds cool.
It sounds cool. Don't worry about nothing. Stop fidgeting. I'm talking to you. You're moving around. How you feeling? Good.
I'm really fucked up.
Fuck yeah, you're fucked up. And I feel good too. But that's the story on Thursday night. So I appreciate it. Plus, I want Ari's show to get picked up. It's not even about me or whatever. I want Ari's show to get picked up. This is a great idea. It always has been. And it's up to you guys to keep it on the air. So do me this favor. This is not happening on Comedy Central. Put it on your fucking DVR.
And they have it on YouTube. If you don't have cable, you can watch it on ComedyCentral.com or on YouTube. So
Why don't you tell them that? Why don't you tell them that? They're not supposed to know that. I'm trying to sell
No,
the
it's good if you don't have cable.
But who gives a fuck? These people have cable.
Not
so
everybody.
you want to sell the DVR to them?
No, a lot of people don't have cable.
Please.
Okay.
This was a marketing thing. You never give them the aftermath. I need them to turn the DVR on.
Okay.
You follow me? I don't need them to aftermath.
I thought what they wanted.
No,
everybody.
you didn't think. I'm telling them right now. I need for them to turn the DVR on.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't need for them to go on ComedyCentral.com. I need for them to turn the fucking DVR on. That's what gets more viewers. That's what gets his show picked up.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
But what the fuck
You
is
got me
wrong with
this
you,
high,
cocksucker? Sit there and stare at the microphone like you did for 2 hours before. You were sitting there like it's a black dick coming at you. I had to go over a couple times and go, what the fuck you looking at, cocksucker? So please, turn the DVR on. Don't listen to fucking Jamoke over here.
Don't listen to me. I'm
The
fucked
next
up.
day, you could turn the fucking Comedy Central. That night, just turn the DVR on, even if you fucking erase it the next day. You understand?
I feel you.
You understand where I was coming from? There's a method to my madness, Lee. You see me over here on the mushroom. You try to interrupt me.
Oh
You
my
get me
God.
off my fucking thought. You know how I'm feeling? I'm feeling how you're fucking feeling, cocksucker.
I don't
Eat
think
that
so.
star with 6,000.
I'm not eating this 6,000 milligram star.
Take a bite of that motherfucker. It's Monday. I love you guys. Let me give some shout outs to these great sponsors. IronDragonTV.com. Listen, they got a UltraFix 4K Ultra Network on there, so you can watch some of their fucking martial art films. You should see Lee's eyeballs right now. You can watch their martial art films in 4K already.
Yeah.
I don't know how many movies are there, but it's fucking tremendous.
They have more
Also,
coming every
they
day.
have the Mandarin Magician. I got Brian Cushion's fucking shoulder exercises. I got a bunch of shit on there on Iron Dragon TV. They just don't do just classic martial arts. I mean, that's the main reason to fucking go there. You know what I'm saying? Do me a favor. Go to IronDragonTV.com right now and press in.
Joey.
Boom! And what do you get, Lee?
You get 2 free movies.
Jesus fucking Christ on a crutch. 2 free movies just to get the party started, correct? Have you been on Iron Dragon?
I have. He just gave me. I just went and got my Roku. It's awesome. They have and they have a bunch of free ones, which are really cool. If you like a bunch of the older stuff, but then use your code on some of the new stuff. They have a bunch of new like Tai Chi Hero, like one he always shows us when we go.
Right.
It's great.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
The 4K technology is fucking sensational. You know, it's not on all the movies yet, but Iron Dragon TV is the way to go. What do they press?
Joey.
Stop scratching your head and get
I
2
can't
free
help it.
movies. Honor.com. What do you call it? For top optimization. They're now available on Whole Foods. They just did a... You know, I remember when these guys were fucking nothing. Now look at them. And the only reason why they grew was because their products fucking work. And I give you an opportunity to get 10% off on everything they have except the weights and the ropes and if you want to jump over fucking walls and shit. But as far as the minerals are concerned, I got you covered, bitch. 10% off. Go to honor.com right now. Look at all the great minerals they have. I mean, I'm sick and tired of fucking telling you this. From Alpha Brain, go ahead, Lee. He's going to say alphabrain.com. From Alpha Brain to fucking New Mood to Shroom Tech. They got the shit that killed Kennedy. You understand me? So do me a favor. Go to fucking honor.com right now and press in.
Church.
To get 10% off your first order and 10% off many orders to come.
Stay on it.
Stay on it program, which means they mail it right to your house directly every month. You don't have to do dick. Just give them your credit card number. Nobody's going to steal it. Maybe some Russians in Bulgaria, but what do you care? American Express pays that debt. NailedItLife.com. I was just with those fucking savages this weekend. The best fucking pipe, best vapor fucking pen on the market. 20% off on your order through the website. These 2 guys are great guys. I know what the fuck they're doing. Give them a shot. Go to NailedItLife.com right now and press in.
Joey Diaz.
Boom! And get 20% off your first order with a guarantee. A spring break, something happens, you call Dave, they fucking ship it to you. No drama. Also, Hitty Cigs. How can you lose with these motherfuckers? I've been smoking this cigar all night. For a minute there, I thought it was an Havana on the set of Godfather 2. But meanwhile, I'm sitting here with a fucking my little Jew from the Valley. It's not no Hyman Roth, but fuck it, he's my Hyman Roth, and that's all that matters and shit. Leaking out information to you fucking momos. Anyway, go to HittySix.com, 0816, 24 milligrams. They got you covered with the nicotine levels. If you want to smoke a cigar, this is the way to go. 1,200 fucking puffs guaranteed on each product. 1,200 puffs. A hooker with fucking dental hygiene can't suck 1,200 fucking puffs out of nothing. This cigarette gives you 1,200 fucking electronic fucking puffs. Go to HittySix.com and press in.
Joey's Church.
Boom! And get 20% off your first order. It's 20, you get it for 16. All right? Who's better than fucking me? On it, Iron Dragon TV, NailedItLife.com, and Hitty Six. I want to thank my sponsors. What's up, Cox?
What do you got going on next week or this week?
I got nothing. I'm tripping on the mushroom. I'm going to drink some coffee and smoke some weed with you.
You're not hungry?
No, we're going to smoke some hash. Then we'll get
I'm not smoking hash.
Come
right
on,
now.
dog. I got some weed for you. I got a piece of hash. Why don't you want to smoke no hash? Why don't you trust me?
Okay, all right. Let's at least go through the list of what I had today.
What'd you have?
Los Gummies Hermanos, half a star.
No, you didn't have a half a star.
I had a quarter of a star.
I gave you a little, not
Just
even
40
I
milligrams.
gave you one little sergeant stripe.
No.
Yes.
And then half of Los Gummies, which is what,
I didn't
120.
give you no half of Goomies.
And then
I gave you fucking,
your burger mushrooms.
I gave you a little piece of the mushroom was strong.
Oh, I know, it's
gonna
strong
tell
as
you.
fuck.
That's right. No fucking spray butter no more. I'm going to your house tomorrow. That not better be there.
I just got a new bottle.
You did. You're disgusting. You know that? I don't know why you eat that shit. You're gonna fucking your asshole's gonna bleed.
I've always used spray water.
Since when?
Since my mom always used to get it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What? I mean, she got butter sometimes, but
This is what I gotta deal with. Motherfucker grew up on spray butter. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker grew up on spray butter. And you people see why I'm getting older by every day. I gotta go dye my fucking hair for a commercial. I got this fucking guy I'm trying to fucking take under my wing to become a future savage killer of the civilization. Did you just find?
no, not yet.
What was that?
Nothing. I don't know.
I'm over there trying to, do you see what I got to deal with? Look at him.
No one
Wait till
farted.
ISIS
You
gets over there
farted.
smacking him and hitting him with his dead dick in the face. He's going to be giggling and
But
shit.
that's always what you say. You say, I have to give you these edibles in case ISIS comes over and steals. Like, when is ISIS going to make me do all these edibles?
Because that's what they do before you kill you, to get information from you. But you're already used to it. Your levels of THC are high. You're just going to tell ISIS to suck your dick and spit in their face like Tony Montana in the shower scene. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, they're selling
That's
that house.
Huh?
They're selling that house.
So buy it. What are you telling me?
It's like
for?
$30 million.
Well, fucking put it on your tab. You got a bunch of money. I love you, cocksuckers. Don't forget about me. Where am I this weekend? Nowhere. I'm fucking home. How's that for you? Do me that favor on Thursday night. Turn on your DVR. Don't worry about what Lee
Yeah,
said.
fuck what I said.
No Comedy Central. You go on YouTube the next day. Go fuck yourself. I need for you to turn the DVR on. March 19th.
Turn your neighbor's DVR on.
Yeah, tell the neighbors, even if they don't like Joey Diaz and Ari, turn the fucking thing on. Even if they don't like Joey Diaz. Do me that favor, all right? Anything else, Lee? You want to tell these fucking people?
No, I want to tell them I'm fucked up.
My fucking balls all day. You know,
Yeah, that's my job.
I love you guys. Thank you for watching the Church of What's Happening Now. We'll be back Thursday at 2:00 with Stephen Bauer.
Go to Onnit.com.
Put some music on, cocksucker.
I am.
And we got one more star to eat.
I'm about to eat another star.
We gotta eat another star.
Oh, you're so crazy.
Look at this fucking thing.
I know, 6,000 milligrams. Don't even open that. Oh, wait, no, that's not the 6,000 milligram one.
Oh, this smells just like.
Oh,
yeah, smell
you're
it,
crazy. Put it up to the camera.
I did. Look at how many.
The camera, that's a microphone.
What the fuck? Can you believe this fucking move? Put the music on, please.
I have to do the ads
You're
first.
fucking killing me. 2:00 Thursday.
Okay.
5:00 East Coast time. 5 seconds. Look at this fucking mort.
Alright, let's turn him off and him off. Alright.
And I also want to give a shout out to Axis Rolling Papers. These little brooch clip they sent us. We're going to try them out this weekend. That's it. You going to say goodbye?
I was trying to, but then you kept saying stuff.
What about the fucking hello, goodbye? Nothing for these people.
I'm trying to, but you keep talking.
I ain't talking. Go ahead, tell them.
Alright. Go to Onnit.com and use code word church to get 10% off of all of their optimization products.
Why's your voice cracking like Michael Jackson?
Because I'm trying to say this and not freak out.
Freak out.
Yeah. I'm really high. Okay. Go to Onnit.com and you get...
You want to smoke this hash or not?
I was on a roll there too. No, I don't want to smoke this hash. Use code word church to get 10% off all of their optimization products. Go to naileditlife.com and get 20% off of your order when you use code word Joey Diaz on the premier vapor pen on the market. Go to hitecigs.com. That's hitecigs.com. Better tasting, longer lasting. The proof is in the vape. You get 20% off when you go to hitecigs.com and use code word Joey's Church. And go to IronDragonTV.com, the new Roku channel with 4K technology. Use code word Joey, get 2 free rentals.